I've been listening to the answers of General Torre. Mali ata yung context na sinasabi niya, if I may.
Yes, please proceed, Attorney Delgra. Hindi naman kayo inaaresto.
Madam
Bakit kayo binantaan? Bakit kayo kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
Tama po, Madam Chair. Pati po ako, hindi ko rin maintindihan kung bakit ginawa ni General Torres sa akin yun. No? But what we have been saying, si E.S. Mildaldea, pati po ako, nandun sa tabi ng dating Pangulo, ina-advise po namin siya as our counsel to invoke what the legal remedies available to him. Yung pong una, yung sinasabi ko na rin dito sa video, yung Article 59 ng Rome Statute, na kailangan siyang dalhin doon sa competent judicial authority ng custodial state. And the former president understood it very well. And that's the reason why he keeps on telling General Torre na dalhin siya sa korte. Pangalawa, which General Torre has not amplified a bit. Earlier, as mentioned, the doctor was able to get in, and the doctor herself said that there is a medical emergency na kailangan i-admit ang dating Pangulo sa hospital. And we have said that a number of times, me personally, to General Torre, and he has repeatedly denied the request. Yun po ang katotohanan dyan, patungkol doon sa rights ng dating Pangulo that he be brought to the hospital for a medical emergency. At one time, we even have an exchange with General Torre, and I hope he will admit this before the committee. I asked him na may medical emergency, and he was asking for a medical abstract. Sabi ko, we don't have a medical abstract because the situation is fluid. We just learn about it now. You want to talk to the doctor? He doesn't want to talk to the doctor who was already there examining the former president. And that's how it happened. As it turned out, we knew all along that he will never be taken out of Villamor except into the plane and onto the Hague. Yun talaga ang plano. And he has in fact admitted it already in the interviews and before the Senate committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, General Torre. May isasagot po ba kayo dyan? Dahil eto nga, nagbanta ba si Attorney Delgra sa inyo o sa mga opisyal ninyo? Was he physically hindering you from bringing PRRD to the plane? Was he committing a crime? Yes, General Torre. Bakit siya kinaladkad? Hindi namin maintindihan.
As Attorney Delgra has himself admitted, sinasabi niya may medical emergency, may mga opinion ng doctors niya, which is contrary to the opinion of our doctors. And I think we can put that to rest already na walang medical emergency because the President himself, before he landed on the plane, made a video, sent to her daughter, posted on the internet, saying that he's okay. So, I think talagang ngayon, nasubstantiate natin.
Hindi ang pasyente nagsasabi noon, ang doktor ko. Na personal choice, by the way.
Nasubstantiate natin, ma'am, na wala nga talagang medical emergency. And you have the hindsight of a 2020 vision.
Okay lang yung collateral damage, yung mga katabi ni Presidente Duterte. Okay lang na saktan, arestuhin, na walang kasalanan yung mga katabi at nandyan para lang sumuko si PRRD.
Ma'am, I do believe that everything that I did during the time are all within the ambit of the law. Kung ngayon, kung may mga taong gusto magreklamo at ireklamo ako, I can answer them on the proper forum if they file the appropriate charges in court. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Attorney Delgra, did you think you were going to be the next to be arrested? Ang sinabi ninyo kasi ang sinabi ni General Torre nung nakaraang hearing, nung first hearing, you are going to arrest Attorney Delgra. Tama po?
After I arrested A.S. Mildaldea, ma'am, when I came back to the room, I told him, you're the next. So he stepped out and then left PRRD and PRRD said, let's go.
Tinakot mo na, bakit hindi mo inaresto si Attorney Delgra?
He already stopped preventing me from doing my job. So, umalis na siya.
How was he preventing you? Hindi namin makita sa video, Attorney Delgra. you stopped preventing him. What exactly were you doing that prevented him?
Perhaps if I may recall, just a few minutes before that, Madam Chair, sinabi ni General Torre na inaresto niya na si ES Meljaldea at ako na yung susunod. Sa totoo lang, pagkatapos niya, and then eventually, 5 minutes thereafter, sumunod na si former President, and which is not true. Kasi pagkatapos ng umalis na si ES Meljaldea, nagbanta pa si General Torre na hihilain ko yan, hihilain ko yan. I was still there beside the President. And actually, I did not left the side of the President. I was pulled out by one of the PNP personnel away from the President. And that's shortly thereafter, few seconds thereafter, they were able to secure the body of the former President. Ando na, maraming mga PNP na who surrounded the former president. And that was when I realized that they were able to secure the former president. And I realized then that he would now be brought to The Hague, as what General Torre has been telling us throughout the day that he will do it.
So, obstruction of justice ang sinasabi ninyo tungkol kay Attorney Delgra at kay ES Meljaldea, pero hindi na inaresto si Attorney Delgra. Tama po ba? Kasi sumakay na si PRRD sa eroplano.
Yes, ma'am.
Kung tutuusin, hindi na kailangan magbuhat ng kamay, magkaladkad, hilain. Kasi sumama naman pala eh.
After I made it very, very clear that the escalation of yung aking pag-i-insist na sumunod sila sa aking sinasabi na sumakay si Presidente sa eroplano, ay talagang nakita nilang desidido at determinado tayo doon. So,
desidido
in fairness
kayo
naman,
hanggang sa nananakot kayo, nagbabanta kayo, nanghihila na kayo, physical na yung hawak ninyo.
for whatever it's worth, ma'am, wala namang umabot. And I would like to give credit to Attorney Delgra and to the former President na hindi na umabot sa ganong level sapagkat sila naman ay sumunod na, si former President ay sumunod na at sumakay sa eroplano after all those things happened.
Pero napakaliwanag sa ating revised penal code, sa obstruction of justice, napakaliwanag rin sa manual ng PNP na dapat walang force, violence, threat, intimidation, or other means to vitiate the free will of the arrested person. So, bawal pa rin yun, di ba, sa manual ninyo? Bawal talaga yung paggagamit ng dahas, pananakot, pambabanta. Bawal yun eh.
Ma'am, the word there is reasonable force. Ang bottom line ng context ng lahat ng yan ay reasonable force. Kaya
Was it reasonable given that Attorney Delgra was just sitting there and saying that Article 59 should apply? Bawal ba magsalita?
Tapos na yung panahon na yun, ma'am, ng pagkipag-argumento. Sinabi ko rin sa kanila dyan, ma'am, kung hindi nila sinabi dyan sa...
Sino nagbigay ng taning? Ba't nagmamadali?
Sa mga video na...
Palagay ko ang mga karapatan eh, walang taning.
Ang sabi ko nga dyan, ma'am, is, again, I will reiterate it to this forum, hindi ito ang lugar para tayo makipag-argumento sa batas. Ito ay panahon na ini-implement namin ang warrant at dapat sumakay na si PRRD sa eroplano. Kung may reklamo kayo, asuntuhin nyo na lang kami. And again, I would like to reiterate that standpoint na I do believe personally that everything that I did was within the ambit of the law, and kung may magreklamo man, kung may mga tao mga nasaktan, they are always welcome to file the appropriate charges in the proper forum, and so that we can discuss about it.
Sa anumang pamamaraan, basta maaresto mo. Parang ganun ang sinasabi.
As long as there is reasonable force, we use reasonable force. And yun nga sinasabi namin kung andito si Senator Bato, alam yan, lecture yan ang force continuum. Yun ang basically force continuum is the one that mandates yung
force continuum mo palapad ng palawak. Sabi ko, di ba sabi mo, ang mission mo, arestuhin lang ang dating Pangulo. Bakit pati si ES Meljaldea, si Attorney Delgra, hindi naman bahagi ng mission mo yon? Di ba escalation na to ng mission? Lumawak na lang ng lumawak. Pati yung iba, dinamay-damay na wala namang kinalaman doon. Inaresto na, kinaladkad na, tinakot na. Tama ba yun?
Nakita nyo na